Welcome in everyone to another Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl video. And today I'm going to be talking about some pros and cons with Korra in this game. As you guys know, I am a Korra main. I love this character, but unfortunately there's a lot of negatives with this character, but there's also a lot of positives. So I wanted to make this video to talk about what those goods and bads are and things that I would like to see changed for the future, because I know the devs are working incredibly hard with this game and they want to make it the best experience. So I'm just going to share some of my opinions. So let's start off with the pros. Let's spread some positivity first. So first off, Korra actually surprisingly has good throw combos. So if you do this, you can get that, which is pretty good. That dealt about 42%. And it's fairly reliable. Like, you could do these, not as well as, you know, like Oblina could do those or something, but the fact that you can get these makes her combo game a bit better, because her combo game isn't the best relative to like other characters, but the fact that you can grab out of hit stun like that is really good. And of course her other throws are good. Forward throw is good for tech situations. Same with even back throw. Like, back throw can be good for some good tech situations, because you might not even, if you time it right, you might not even need them to go into a tech. You could just get the dash attack off, which could be good. Same with like down throw. Down throw is good for techs, and then forward throw, of course, is good for techs. Another pro for her is that she kills incredibly early. So let's just put him at 62%. She can do some really nutty stuff. So if you kind of charge neutral B, it sends him into a really bad position. She can also do things like dash attack cancel into strong, and that could almost kill. You get him up to 84%, and you can do that at ledge with strong dash attack. There's a lot that you can do relative to that, and it's really good. That definitely shouldn't be scoffed at. She can kill really early with some moves like that. I mean, even doing things like, one of my favorite moves is up strong in a position that I call the butt missile. You basically do it and then you dash down. It can really trip up your opponents because they're not seeing it coming. Obviously, it doesn't work for every character, but it's just a funny move to use, especially if they're trying to string you in the air, and then you can just go, no, butt missile. It's a funny move. I certainly do enjoy using it. Another thing that's good that I kind of already touched on is dash attack canceling. Dash attack canceling is big in this game. Pretty much every character could use it, and I think Reptar arguably has the best dash attack stuff, because he could do like dash attack into down strong, which just covers every option that you could do, and you can do it I think twice, so it'll get you up to like 70% instantly. But Korra can do something similar, as you saw. She can do that, and if they're at the ledge, then you could do that into strong, which that's true. There's nothing they can do about that. You saw how quickly he got eviscerated. There's nothing that they can do if you, of course, time it right. So her dash attack canceling is really good, and you could also cancel it with a jump. So you could do something nutty. I found this on stream yesterday. I'm probably gonna mess it up, but you basically do strong, jump out of it, and then do down strong in the air, and then you could spike. So like that. There's no reason why that should exist in the game, and I don't know if it's 100% true, but it's a thing that you can do. So there's a lot of nutty stuff that you can get off with light dash attack and strong dash attack. And I think that's really going to be Korra's big meta, is using dash attack canceling. And another good thing about Korra is that she can survive fairly long because of her weight. She's one of the heavier characters in the game. There's not that many characters, so I mean, it's not a crazy feat, but she's one of the heavier characters. I've lived up to 200% against some people. Like, if you can outmaneuver their strong moves and punish them for it, then you can survive really long with this character. So that's a good thing. However, let's move on to some of the cons with Korra. So, unfortunately, sort of tying into my last pro point, it also ties into one of her con points. Unfortunately, due to her weight and her size, she is complete combo food. She gets comboed to death. She has the perfect weight and height for pretty much everything to hit against her, so it makes trying to fight opponents like Aang, Lucy Loud, Lincoln Loud, CatDog, it makes it a real pain when they have guaranteed confirms they can do, or even just string you to death. I was playing one of my friends who's an Aang main, and oh my gosh, just the amount of stuff that you can't do when you're playing against Aang is ridiculous, and it's crazy. She's absolute combo food. She can't really DI the best, which DI stands for directional influence, which is basically like you holding the stick in a certain way to try to avoid a move. So like if Leonardo's trying to combo me, you know, towards the left side of the stage, I would hold this way to avoid all the combos. So he wouldn't be able to get stuff off, so he deals less percent overall. She can't DI the best just because of her weight and her height. So it's a little bit unfortunate. You're just going to have to get used to eating hits with this character. You can survive pretty long, but that means you're more susceptible to dying, which is a bit unfortunate. She has lackluster combo strings in the air, as I mentioned. You know, she has some good stuff, that is true, but her combo string in the air just kind of falls flat, primarily because her neutral light isn't the best. Like, you can get some stuff with it, but it's just not that good. Like you saw right there, I was able to get a neutral light off, but I'm not able to do a whole lot from it just because of the size of its hitbox and, you know, other factors. You can do, like, falling stuffs, I suppose. You could do, like, that into that, which can be used in application, but, again, it kind of doesn't lead into a whole lot. It's more of a finisher that's not strong, in my opinion. It can lead into some stuff, but as you see, it sends into a very weird angle that doesn't lead into a terrible amount. Another bad thing is that she heavily relies on reads and the opponent not teching. Again, if you don't know, teching is where you get hit and you get sent into hit stun, like where your character is sort of like shining red, like that, and you see how he just laid on the ground? That's because he didn't tech. When you tech, you basically can act again. You have to press the shielding button, or the dashing button, really, and then you can tech it, and then they can't get like a read off that. So like I could do this because he didn't tech. I wouldn't be able to do that if Leonardo had tech, or even tech rolled, because then that means that they would be somewhere completely different, so then I wouldn't be able to tell where they are. So if your opponent doesn't do that, cool, you can secure 80%, but if they do, you get a crisp 10. So, you know, you have to read where they're going to go, which gets a little bit troublesome, that it's like, okay, you don't have a quick combo that you know is going to deal you 40% if you hit it. You have to read your opponent to see if you know what they're going to do. Another bad thing is laggy moves. Her moves are really laggy. So I think she has some really laggy moves, primarily because they wanted her to be like a damage dealing character, but unfortunately with the meta of this game being, you know, a character having one or two really strong moves, and then being able to combo into those, I think unfortunately she has a bit of an identity crisis where she's like more of a strong character that's supposed to do that, but she just doesn't have many options to confirm into those. Like, you can't really confirm into up strong or down strong. It's more you start with those moves, or like, you know, you do the butt missile. And there's just not a whole lot that I think is that good with her strong moves. So things that I would like to see changed with Cora, this last section of the video. Personally, I would love to see her have a bigger hitbox on most of her moves, because if we go over to the hitbox mode, this is her neutral light, which I know she's using her hands or like her leg, but there's no reason it should be this small. It should be a little bit bigger, just a little bit. Like, take some of the back hit and just put it on the front, just so you get a bit more extension. I think that would help out Cora drastically with her overall placement in the meta. One thing that you could do is you could possibly exchange her combos for a lighter weight. She'll have better combos, but she'll die easier. And I think that's a fair trade, in my opinion, because in this game, combos are king. Like, you're going to want to combo your opponent to death, literally. And I've seen a lot of people say that the meta of this game is 0 to deaths, and I do agree. Like, CatDog is one of the best characters in the game because he can do up light into up strong and kill you at, like, absurdly low percents. So not being able to do that really hinders your placement in the meta, and I think Cora being able to have better combos would probably help that out a bit better. Something that you could also do is make down special cancelable. This might seem a little bit nutty, but down special is also another thing that I think suffers from an identity crisis, where it's a move that is primarily meant for movement, yet it's laggy and you can't do much out of it. Like, I pressed it, I am spamming jump, and it takes me a whole second to get out of it. So it's not the best move to use, really. It can go through projectiles, like it's able to go through SpongeBob's bubble, which is good, I guess, but it doesn't send into like a combo situation. Again, you have to read in order to get anything from it. But even on hit, like, you would think you'd be able to maybe cancel it, but you can't. and it's a little bit unfortunate, and you can't grab out of it, which makes things, again, a little bit annoying. Make this move a little bit more of a mobility tool, like be able to jump out of it, jump cancel, do down B, crazy things. That'd be fun. Another thing they could do is change the height between tap up B and hold up B to make it more of a meter. What I mean by that is, look, this is tap up B. You go right about to the orange on the harmonic convergence. Hold up B, you go past it. However, if you charge it a little bit, you go the same height as tapping it. So there's almost no reason to charge it unless you're going to do the full thing, which I think kind of sucks because it's either, oh, tap or hold. That's it. And if you charge it for anything less than full, you're just going to go tap height. I think that should be changed. I think that there's an argument to be made that you should be able to use the move like as more of a meter to mix up on opponents. I think that would greatly help her mobility and recovery. So that's going to be all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video and were able to find out some good and some bad things about Cora, whether or not you wanted to keep playing her, whether or not you were interested in playing her, or anything like that. I hope a lot of these things get changed. I hope Cora finds herself a little bit higher in the tier list, because I think the devs are going to go more for a buff over nerf meta. Maybe they'll nerf something with cat dogs up strong. Maybe we'll have to see how that plays out. But their overall design philosophy is let's just make every character busted, which I love that because it makes it all the more fun to play each character. So sub to the channel if you haven't already. There's going to be plenty of more Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl content coming your way, and I'd love to see you guys in the future videos. Thank you all for stopping by. Have a good rest of your day.